everyone, I'm Kaitlin.
And I'm Jillian.
And we are the hosts of the OK Drama podcast.
We're two friends recap and break down K-dramas one episode at a time.
Woo!
It's been a minute.
It has. Guys, I'm back with 2 less teeth.
You're 2 teeth tinier.
Yep.
How does it feel to have all that room?
Honestly, weird. Like, I'm still healing. So I'm not at full strength yet, but it is weird not having teeth like all the way to the back of my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teeth are weird.
They are, and frankly, stupid and unnecessary at certain points.
Yeah.
We don't need that many. We only need, like, a few really good ones.
Egon gets by with his, 4 teeth. I think I could too.
Yeah, or, just rip them all out and give us, some really strong dentures or something. I don't know.
The Todrick Hall smile.
The
Asia O'Hara smile.
I know I've said this on this podcast before, I'm pretty sure, but that is, the only plastic surgery it's not even plastic surgery, but
cosmetic surgery?
Cosmetic. Yeah. I'm I would gladly put fake teeth in my mouth. Mine are so not cute. I mean, I don't have, really fucked up teeth, but, I would say they're below average in cuteness.
I'd probably say the same about mine. I think.
Yeah, well.
Teeth, man. What can you do?
Yeah, what can you do? Chew and live your life.
Yes. And maybe one day have enough money to get all those fake teeth.
So expensive. Ridiculous. But anyway, guys, we're here to celebrate the Uncanny Counter. Yay! Such a good show. Honestly, probably top 5 in the shows we've done for the podcast.
Agreed. I honestly wish I had more to watch from that show right now.
I know.
It was really fun.
I know. And I'm definitely looking forward to a season 2 if that is actually happening.
Totally.
I
feel also, oh, go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to, throw this out there. I'm wondering if, the news has already blown over, but the main actor, I forget his actor name, he was, kind of thrown into the, maybe he bullied people in school, but he has, very strongly refuted that and was I'm sorry if I was a jerk, but I was a child, and I promise you, I didn't, hardcore bully anyone. At most, I might have been, mean.
Called someone names or something.
Yeah, but, most children do that. And he's I will not have people sully my name that I worked so hard. So.
The main character in the show that got bullied.
Yes.
Is being called a bully. Okay.
So I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm hoping what he's saying is true and he's, not a jerk. I don't think he is, but just wanted to throw that out there. But anyway.
Good to know. Oh, I was just gonna say, from the dramas that we've seen, there hasn't really been many where I'm I could keep watching this show. I could watch another season of this show if it was, a bunch of seasons back-to-back that I needed to catch up on. This is probably, the only one, I think. Honestly.
Yeah.
Because all of the others, too, have this, very, final moment. To where you're oh, okay, that's done.
Yeah.
But this, it's, a new chapter starting with them, traveling and stuff. So I'm I could keep watching those shenanigans.
Yeah, for sure. I've definitely wanted more story from, Hotel de Luna. I would have loved to, be in that world for longer and maybe done things differently. But this is, the first show where I'm that we've watched together. I really think they should just keep going.
Yeah. Totally.
So, yeah, fun stuff. So obviously we both really liked it.
Yes.
Do we have any other thoughts before we get into our awards?
I don't think I do.
Okay. I am, like, very surprised by the results of these awards. Okay. I don't know if I agree with a lot of our responses, but...
I haven't seen any of them.
Okay. So our very first award, favorite counter in the Uncanny Counter. We have Somun, Motak, Hana, or Mayok.
My vote is Motak.
I can't decide between Somun, Hana, or Motak, but I also love Mayok. I love all of them. I will choose Somun because, you know, he's little baby Somun, and he's getting the hang of it now. Our listeners, by an overwhelming majority, chose Hana. Okay. 85.7%.
She is pretty cool.
Yeah, she's great. That's another thing, too. Like, I hope season 2 explores her more. Like... Yeah, I feel like a very short backstory from her.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't get enough of her story to kind of connect to her in a way that would make me choose her as my fave. Whereas, like, with Motak, we got a lot of his background, and we got to see him in many different states of emotions and everything, and he's just a character that you end up really, really rooting for in his story.
Definitely. Okay. We have favorite supporting characters. I put the S in parentheses because I grouped some characters together in the Uncanny Counter. So we have Choi Jang-moo, Kim Jong-young, Somun's grandparents, and then Somun's friends.
I like Somun's friends a lot, but I didn't get a whole lot of them.
I know.
I'm going to go with Jang-moo because we didn't get a whole lot of him, but when we did, it was like a punch. Like,
so good, yeah.
It was a great little scene. He added so much.
Yeah, so much charisma.
And I feel like the friends are cute and, like, fun to see. But they didn't always add to, like, the life of the story, I guess.
Yeah. They were more used as, like, we need to get Somun away from the other counters.
Yes.
So, go hang out with your friends. Yeah, I definitely choose Chang-mo too. Like, he's so great. I love his wardrobe. I love how he, like, doesn't give a fuck about anything except for, like, the counters, specifically Mayo.
Yes.
And his money. So...
showing off.
Love him. I love that he rocks earrings as an old man in not a gross way. Like, he just pulls it off. He looks really cool.
Because they're also, like, classy looking, too. They're, like, classy gauges.
Yeah. I'd also love to know more about him.
Yeah, I want to know about his life as a counter and when that all ended and stuff.
So, the breakdown, it was pretty split, but Someone's Friends won 50% of the vote. The rest of the three won 16.7%.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess the young kids were voting in this poll.
Yeah.
And they picked the young kids.
When they picked Hana and Someone's Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, Somun's friends, they're cute, and I like them for Somun, but I wanted them to participate in the story a little bit more.
Yeah, and I hope that if there is a season 2, that the friends could be in town, and they're researchers or something, and Somun contacts them, and they, like, give them directions to a place, or, like, look up news articles or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
They're just the little research people.
Yeah, I like it. Or, like, they could write a comic book or, like, a webtoon about the counters and, like, not call it that, but, like, yeah, that'd be cute.
And then some of the people read it and they're like, hey, that's that noodle gang. I always see those people. They're always in tracksuits.
They're matching tracksuits.
So odd.
Okay. Award number 3. We have the worst / most terrible character in the Uncanny Counter.
Okay.
We have Ji Chong-shin, Baek Hyang-hee, which is like the husband murderer, Shin Myung-hui, which is the mayor, and Cho Tae-shin, which is Tae-shin.
Who are you picking?
I am very surprised by the results.
Did they pick the woman?
No.
Oh, okay.
Did they pick the woman?
Did they pick the one terrible human that's a woman on that list? I'm going to go with the mayor.
That's who I would have gone with, too.
Yeah, I go with the mayor because although Shin, whatever the fuck, was, like, terrible and a murderer and all this stuff, like, he, I feel, was more born into it with the way he was treated as a kid, you know? Like, had he have been brought up in the home with someone's grandparents, he maybe would have grown up to be a much better human. But the mayor, I think the mayor's just an asshole.
Yes. The difference to me is that Chong-shin had been, like, hurt.
Yes.
And he was kind of like a broken soul.
Yes.
And a little demon just found its way in. And he was probably
exploited
hurt.
that.
Yeah, and angry. But he had some good in him because obviously he didn't murder the kids. Whereas the mayor, he was just like a power-hungry asshole. Like,
he's like, ooh, a demon.
Yeah, like, okay.
I like this.
Let's team up. Because, yeah, we see, like, flashbacks through his son's memory where he was, like, an asshole always. Just, like, wanted power. It seems like he also grew up maybe in poverty, but, like, not... We don't know for sure, but the old guy that Chong-shin, like, cut up, he commented on how, like, the mayor's dad used to, like, work his land or something like that. So, I mean, it doesn't seem like he was, like, dirt poor, but, you know, not wealthy. And so, I don't know. I'm just like, you're just, like, a money, power-hungry jerk.
Yeah.
And Tae-shin is just, like, also an asshole, but I feel like he's
just like a servant. He's a rich servant.
Yeah. And, like, he's just, like, a rich servant gang member.
Just doing as he's told.
Yeah, and, like, I think he mostly just wants to be comfortable. Like, he wants power, but just enough power so that he can get away with shit.
Agreed.
And, Hyung-hee, she was just crazy.
Yeah. With a demon, without a demon, she just needed help.
Yeah.
Not much more to say about her.
Nope. Okay, so there was a tie.
Okay.
It was a tie between Chong-shin and Tae-shin.
Really?
Yes.
Did they get characters confused like I did?
Maybe, but I was like, I can see why people would pick Chong-shin because,
yes,
like, he did the most on-screen murders.
And was kind of scary.
Yes, and was scary. But why Tae-shin? I just threw Tae-shin on there because I'm like, I need a fourth person. Yeah, he was an asshole.
The worst thing that Tae-shin did was get rid of a body when told 2 years before.
Yeah, and he like, definitely tried to, like, exploit people. Like,
yes.
He drove the mayor to try to commit suicide.
Definitely.
And he, like, locked up, you know, he was not good, but I don't think he was as bad as the mayor.
Yeah. No.
So.
Well, whatever the Twitter voters say, I guess.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Next award. The most shocking moment in the Uncanny Counter. We have another tie.
Okay.
But I won't say what yet. Okay. First nominee, Jung Young's death. Second nominee, Chung Shin's death. Third nominee, the demon body switch.
Mm-hmm.
And fourth is So-moon's memory fight.
What do you go with?
It's hard for me to choose. I think I would pick Jung Young's death because I 100% did not expect that at all.
Yeah. I didn't expect that either. But I also didn't expect I also didn't expect the way Chung Shin was going to die.
I didn't expect that either.
I did not expect it to be death by fucking suicide.
No, yeah. That's just hateful. He wanted to kill himself so someone's parents. So someone
would be lost.
See his parents again, yeah.
Ugh, yeah. It's a toss-up for me between those two.
Yeah, same. I did think someone's memory fight was kind of scary, and it was like, whoa, what's happening?
Mm-hmm.
And same with the demon body switch. Because I was like, okay. Well, I mean, it made sense. Like, the demon's not just going to disappear. But...
Yeah.
Yeah, those two deaths, I was like, oh, we're killing people. Okay, like, no one is safe.
We're just killing this innocent detective.
Yes. That death was really like, okay, here we go. I cannot feel comfortable with anyone.
I am now invested in the show. Very invested.
Yeah. Oh, so sad. And when her little orb floats away, God. So terrible. Fucking sad. Yeah. Okay, well, our Twitter friends also had a toss-up.
Okay.
There's a tie between Jung Young's death and Chung Shin's death.
Okay.
And then there was... The other two were also tied with 16.7%. But, yeah. Such a good show. Mm-hmm. Just thinking back to all
those moments.
Yeah, at this point, it's been like a month since we've last watched, and it's sad, but I love these guys. Okay, last award. This is a very short podcast episode. I'm looking at the runtime.
I am too.
Saddest, most touching moment in the Uncanny Counter. So we have... This was the one where I'm just like, what gave you the most feels, I guess.
Okay.
So we have So-moon meeting his parents. And then Hana's moments with her family. Mayok with Suho's wife. Or Motak and Jung Young. Just like their story.
I'll go with Hana and her family. Because I feel like she's really got a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
And we still don't really know what exactly happened, so...
Yeah. It's hard for me to pick. I'm kind of torn between Mayok and Mayok with Suho's whole thing, because I do think it's interesting when like stories explore the kind of like side characters that were left behind. Not that like your wife is like a side character in your life, but like, you know what I mean? Like
the side character in the story.
Yeah, because that's really sad.
Yeah.
And just like watching that poor girl like work up the courage to like
say I've kind of moved on.
Yes. And I'm just like thinking about like, you know, God forbid if something ever happened to Alex while you were still young, like, how would you, would I still hang out with Alex's mom? And, like, what would that relationship kind of look like? And I feel like it would be similar, and it just, like, was really an unexpected, touching moment in the show. Like,
I agree with that.
But yeah, also, Hannah with her family, like, always made me tear up, because
everyone was crying there.
Yes, and she just has so much love for her family, and it seems like they were taken away and in not great circumstances. And being the only survivor, like, all that survivors
having to live with that.
Yeah. Someone meeting his parents was also touching, but I don't know why. I still think it's funny that someone's dad didn't recognize him.
Are you sure that's my son?
Yeah, he's like, okay. I'm just, like, thinking back to that actor's faces while, like, his wife or someone's mom is like, it's my baby, or whatever. And he's like, oh, okay.
This bitch is crazy.
I know, especially after, like, so many characters were like, you look just like your dad.
You could be his twin.
Yeah. So.
Dad's like, I look like that?
I mean, the eyebrows, I guess. I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast, but apparently the actor that plays So-moon is, like, has a lot of facial hair. And he's tried to, like, laser it off and in wax and stuff because he says, like, it's interfered with a lot of his roles, and, like, he grows his facial hair really fast.
That's
so,
interesting.
Like, he'd get, like, a 5 o'clock shadow, like, on set really fast, and it'd, like, throw off continuity stuff. And after I saw that, I noticed so many shots of him, like, you can tell, like, the makeup is trying to cover...
That's weird.
...his beard. That was not related to any awards. It was just, like, a thought I had, because, there's this show called I Live Alone, or I think that's how it's usually translated, and it basically just follows celebrities, like, on a random day, just going about their life, basically. And in it, he hadn't shaved, and he had, like, a super patchy beard, and they were making fun of him, but he said, like, he had to grow it out so he could go get it waxed, because, you have to have, like,
something to pull.
Yeah. And he said that if he hadn't done the laser, like, it would have been, like, super full. But since he's waxed and tried to laser it off, like, it's all patchy and gross, but...
Interesting.
I know.
Am I crazy in thinking that, like, Asian people don't typically have a ton of facial hair?
I think you're not crazy, but I think you might be just thinking of body hair. Because, like, a lot of Asian people don't have, like, arm hair or a lot of leg hair.
Interesting.
Like, my dad has no arm hair.
Wow.
And he has, like, no chest hair either. I mean, he has leg hair, but it's not, like, super thick or anything. Yeah, but my dad does have, like, my dad can grow a pretty full mustache or beard if he wanted to, I guess.
Interesting.
So, I don't know what the disconnect is. I mean, I'm sure it's different for everyone.
Yeah. I just think about, like, Hispanic people in my family, and I'm like, oh, they got thick hair on their arms, on their stomach, on their back, on their neck, just fucking everywhere. On their knuckles. Like. And then I see all these pretty Asians on K-dramas, and they're all, like, smooth, hairless. Like little sphinxes on the screen.
Yes. Well, yeah, and it's weird, too, because there are some, like, historical dramas where, like, the kings have, like, beards or whatever. I don't know. And I guess Jungwoo has, like, a pretty intense beard and mustache going on.
And he's got, like, the little pointy.
Very stylish. You know, Jungwoo has, like, a lot of looks that I feel like could come off kind of, like, douchebaggy.
Absolutely.
But he doesn't come off that way.
On him and his personality, it's just right. It's perfect.
Yes.
Like, you can't imagine him any other way.
Right. What an icon.
He's kind of just like a hipster. Like an old hipster.
Yeah.
Like the original hipster.
Yeah, like that's just how he is, and then it just came into fashion.
It became a style.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. What? Like I said, what an icon. Love him. I hope he's also in season 2.
Yes, please. If not, they'll be hearing from me.
Gonna have to get out your Korean Google Translate.
Yes, I have to start learning again. From the square one. I forgot everything.
Yeah, to take everyone behind the curtain, Jill and I are going to record another episode after this for our new drama. Mm-hmm. And when I was doing the Wikipedia thing, and you know how you read the Korean name,
looking at it right now.
Oh, shit.
Toshi Nam. I'm just like mumbling through this.
I still feel like pretty comfortable reading it, but anyway.
Maybe during summer I'll spend an intensive. I'll give myself an intensive on Korean.
Okay.
And try to relearn.
Let me know how that goes.
I still have all the packets.
I do too.
Maybe I'll get a fucking workbook too or something. I don't know. Yeah. And use that app some more. It's hard learning a language.
It is hard, especially when you don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
I'm just like hoping if I watch enough Korean TV shows, I'll learn through osmosis, I guess.
And music.
Yes, that too. Oh, speaking of music, and maybe K-drama slightly, 2 things. One of the boys from EXO, Chanyeol, I'm really sad because I just found this out today. He's going to the military at the end of the week. So that sucks. But I guess, it has to be done. But he's in a movie called The Box. And I think it's being released soon. I hope it has English subtitles someday. But I think the premise is, and I could be wrong, because I just watched trailers without subtitles. But I think it's about a guy who's like a busker who performs on the street. But he's like, has stage fright. So he performs in a refrigerator box. So like people can like hear his music, but they can't see him. And he starts to become popular, and this guy is like, I'll be your agent. And they like travel around. And I guess it's like the story of him
coming out of his box.
But I guess it's a jukebox. That's a weird. I don't think I've said that word out loud recently. Jukebox. Musical, so I guess it has a lot of covers.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I was like, interesting, because that guy can like play guitar and a bunch of other instruments and stuff. So I think he like plays guitar in the movie.
Cool. That sounds like a fun one.
Yeah, maybe a Patreon gig.
I'm going to warn you now that when you edit this, you're probably going to hear my stomach making noises.
Okay.
Because I straight up like heard it through my headphones while you were talking. We had Freebirds earlier. It was very good. But now my stomach's like, just sounds like Egon. So
I look forward to that.
Very noisy stomach right now.
That's funny. Okay. Well, do we have anything else?
Just that they're better be a goddamn second season.
Okay.
Because I want to watch.
Yes. Oh, you know what? We totally did not do housekeeping.
Oh, yeah. It's been a while. We forgot already after 2 weeks of not recording.
Yes. Guys, thanks for making it to the end. If you liked this podcast, please subscribe and rate and review on iTunes.
We have 18 reviews / ratings on iTunes.
Mm-hmm.
And we're at like a 4.5 or something. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I'd like it to be like a hot 5.
A hot 5, yeah.
So
that'd be good.
Leave us a review.
Yes, please. What else? We have an Etsy. Super cute.
Mm-hmm.
Really fun. We have a Patreon. We scaled back because Jill and I overextend ourselves and we had to reel it in a little bit. So It's just bonus episodes. But we have Strangers from Hell and Sky Castle and Kim's Convenience and To All the Boys series. Jill and Andrew might do another little horror series.
Yeah, we're supposed to start watching that this weekend, so.
Yeah, me and cousin David are supposed to do Stranger. I don't know when that's going to happen, but maybe one day. And Jill and I have some, like, fun movies planned, too. Movies are good, because they're...
One and done.
One and done. So if you have any movies you'd like us to watch, let us know.
Yeah, I found... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, also in, like, EXO going to the military news, the guy from the Along with the God series is out of the military now. So I'm hoping we can get that third movie.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm in this Facebook group called Incredibly Strange Movies, where people just post strange movies. And there have been quite a few strange-sounding Korean films. So I wrote all those down, and I'm going to look them up later and see if I feel like there's anything you might want to watch, or Andrew.
Cool. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm not a big spook person, so... Yeah. Okay, what else? Patreon, Etsy. You can go shopping at Daebak Box or Fashion Chingu and use our affiliate links in the description, or show notes, whatever it's called. And check out our website where there are links to everything too, and basically just open up the show notes. Follow us.
Go to the places.
Yeah, you can have links to the places, and in the future, if you follow us on Twitter, you can vote in our polls and stuff. So, fun times had by all. Our next series is Love Struck in the City, which is probably going to yield some shorties again.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. That one, like, overwhelmingly in our poll, it was a late push, but
someone got it. Someone got it to win.
Yeah, I guess a bunch of hardcore Love Struck in the City fans were like, no, don't do Vincenzo. So, anyway, that's what we're doing. So stay tuned. And we will talk to you guys next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay.